What's happening, everyone? Welcome to GBALL Vision. Today, I have another subscriber input series video. This will be episode 2. We are going to be going over my top 10 favorite D2 knives. So knives that have D2 steel. A good buddy of the channel did this video suggestion. Kurt Ison, shout out to you, brother. Thank you for the video idea. Thank you for commenting and letting me know that you wanted this video done, because it's a great idea. Wasn't something that I thought of. So shout out to you, brother. Shout out to Kurt. We will be going over my top 10 favorite knives in D2 steel, and I thought it would be fitting to start the video off with one of my favorite knives, period. I mean, this is a phenomenal knife from Kubi. This is the Kubi Momentum, a manganese design. You can see D2 there on the clip side. You have dual thumb studs, front flipper, nice drop point blade. You have a nice little flare there for your thumb with some extended jimping. G10 handles that are very well finished. Open construction, deep carry, steel rollover clip. The screws have been recessed. The clip has not, because it is reversible, and that just leaves it a little cleaner looking on the show side. Great action, great access to the liner to disengage. Good performance out of Kubi's D2. They do a phenomenal job on their D2. Very pleased. And these bad boys come in right around 40 bucks. So it is very hard to beat. Well heat treated D2. Great action. Bearings around the pivot. Ceramic detent ball. Great access to the liner. Nice lockup. When I initially got this, it came centered. It's still centered. Lefty or righty carry. I mean, what more could you want out of a $40 knife? There's tons of junk in that $40 price point, and this is the farthest thing from junk. Great design from Manganese. I hope that they do a premium model of this in titanium and 20CV or S90V, something like that, similar to the Veloce here. That's an S90, or similar to the Ruckus here, both from Kubi. This is in 20CV. I'm hoping they do a premium model of this at some point. Moving on to number 2, the Terminus XR. This is a phenomenal $40 or $50 knife. SOG has really stepped up their game in the last year or two. I'm very proud of them. They are going in the right direction. Are they all the way there yet to where they need to be? No, but they're headed in the right direction, and I'm happy to see that. SOG was probably one of the very first knives that I ever bought, brand of knives I ever bought. And back then, they were not even close to this build quality. Very gritty, questionable heat treat, questionable edge, heavy as hell for no reason. Just things have come a long way. I've said it time and time again. 10, 15 years ago to now, the knife game has changed drastically. It's crazy. So with this, you're getting a stone-washed Cryo D2 blade, dual thumb studs, rear flipper tab, all working very, very well. SOG has an amazing crossbar lock. I love it. I have a couple of their newer models with their crossbar lock. Very well done. And this knife is, like I said, 40, 50 bucks. You got G10 handles, very well finished. Deep carry pocket clip, ultra deep carry. It is reversible. You can see there. They have a slot for it on that side, so it is reversible. Great little $40, $50 knife. The cryo, you know, does add some, I think it adds some corrosion resistance and a little bit of toughness to it, you know, a small amount. Some people would argue that it doesn't. From what I've seen, a cryo treatment does help it a little, but either way, well heat treated D2 gonna perform very well. SOG Terminus XR, definitely a great little knife. So there's several knives that could be on this list from Kubi. I might have a couple more from Kubi, but they do a phenomenal job on their D2 line of knives. This is the KU322 from Kubi. Blackwash D2 blade, drop point. You have a fuller, elongated hole, and a rear flipper tab. This is a beast. Everybody's been waiting for them to do a premium version of this knife, and I hope they do soon. You can thumb flick it, reverse flick it, push button it, light switch it, doesn't matter. Great access to that liner, and it has some jimping there. Open construction. You have a deep carry pocket clip. The screws are recessed, and it is reversible. The KU322 was one of the first knives I got from Kubi, and it is a phenomenal knife. It is a beast, full-size knife. I absolutely love the KU322, and these can be had right around the $45 or $50 mark as well. Just a phenomenal value from Kubi. It's one of the many reasons I love them. You can get an amazing $40 knife, and you can get an amazing $240 knife from Kubi. So they have something for everyone, all kinds of materials, from different steels to different handles. Kubi does a phenomenal job, and that's one reason why I really like Kubi. The KU322, definitely on that list. Do me a favor, guys. Double check down below the video. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, especially if you love knife content, EDC content. That is what we do here. And if you are interested in seeing a video idea from yourself on the channel, leave it down in the comments, and I will gladly write it down, write you down, give you a shout out in the video, and do that video topic. I plan on continuing to do this for a long, long time. I have almost a full page of video requests at this point. So keep them coming in, guys. I really enjoy doing this, and I really enjoy the interaction from me to you guys. So I think it is a very cool idea, and it seems to be going very well. So if you have any ideas that you would like to see, leave it down in the comments, and I will get to it eventually. So on to this guy. This is the Sativian ST109. And guys, this is like a $25, $30 knife with a crossbar lock, dual thumb studs, D2 machine satin blade, great action. It's a brute, full-size knife, black micarta handles, deep carry pocket clip, steel pocket clip. Not my favorite clip in the world, but for under $30, very hard to beat. I mean, you got a nice sharpening choil there. This was the first knife I ever got from Sativian, and it is phenomenal. That crossbar lock locks this bad boy up very well. The Sativian ST109 is a great knife at that price point. Very slim lined, sleek design. I really like that. and I've been looking at a few other Sativians to get on the channel, so we shall see about getting those. But the ST109 is an all-time favorite budget knife of mine. Definitely one worth looking at if you are looking for a budget knife that you can beat on, that's going to be comfortable, a little bigger in size, a lot of sharpening life, great blade shape. The Sativian ST109, definitely a winner in my book. Coming in at number 5, definitely makes the list, the Best Tech Slasher. This is a fairly new offering from Best Tech within the last couple of months, and you can get these as cheap as like 50 bucks, but I've seen them go up to 70 or even a little more. And that's what I paid for it. Unhappily about it once I saw you could get them for 50, but then they did go back up. So it kind of is what it is. But for that, you get a nice sheep's foot blade. It's got this nice black wash finish to it. Dual thumb studs, great crossbar lock, great action. This has a nice edge, pretty thin blade stock, comes down pretty thin on that edge. Decent sharpening choil there. Great micarta. I'm a pretty big fan. At 50 bucks, this is a true winner. At 70 bucks, if it was 14C, then I would say hell yeah. But D2 at 70 bucks, not a big fan. Just like Boker knives, they'll do D2 at 80, 90, $100. Just not real into that. You know, when you can get $40, $50 D2 knives that are phenomenal. But either way, this is a great knife, you know, excluding price. You got a backspacer there that's made out of G10. You get the cool emblem there on the pivot, the B for Best Tech. Deep carry steel pocket clip that's been recessed along with the screws. The crossbar lock on this, guys, is absolutely phenomenal. Very good. Easy to grab. As soon as you disengage, that blade is falling. I'm basically straight up and down, and it is, I love it. It's a great little secondary carry. Great blade shape. Best Tech Slasher, definitely on the list. So next one is a little newer to me. I just recently got this. This is the Civivi Mini Praxis, and it's a great little budget beater, coming in around $29, $30 for this guy. And for that, you get a nice machine satin drop point D2 blade, swedge going all the way to the tip. Give that tip a lot of extra strength. You have almost a full finger choil up here. Definitely good enough to get the tip in. Get the tip in. You see what I did there? Nice little flipper tab, push button, light switch, all work very well. This is very thin, very slicey. 30 bucks. I'm for this all day long. G10 handles. The liners do stand proud, but no big deal on this model here. Recessed pocket clip and screws. Open construction. Little bit of jimping up there on the top of the blade. Perfect little secondary carry or fifth pocket carry. I can get a full grip on it, and I like it. I've become a big fan of this very recently. 30 bucks, Civivi Mini Praxis, definitely a winner. So this next one is definitely on the list. I got this for like 50 bucks on sale, I think. And I believe this is the Tucson TS $43. It is a night morning design coming in D2. Has a nasty Tanto blade. I love this knife. If you want to get into titanium at a cheap price, but still get amazing quality out of the knife, definitely one to consider. Titanium frame lock, titanium pocket clip, great blade shape, ultra comfortable as well. Tucson TS 43 makes the list, no question. The action is on point. Got a stout little detent for that flipper. Great access to the lock bar. Put a chamfer on it. I mean, what can you say about Tucson? Yeah, they put out a lot of models. Yeah, some might not be the best, but they sure do put out a lot of good ones. And this was an earlier model. Definitely a banger, though, around the $50 price point, I want to say. They might be a little more, depending on where and when and discounts and all that. 50 to 70 bucks is somewhere in the ballpark if you can find them in stock. I got this by mistake, actually, but decided to keep it, and it's a banger for sure. Great pokey tip, two edges. I mean, what more could you ask for? Titanium, a little swell in the handle there, nice hardware, titanium backspacer. I mean, it's ridiculous what Tucson will give you for the money. Definitely one to consider. So I think that was number 7. This is number 8 for sure. The new NASCO Lander. Great price for this knife. You can get this now in 14C. You can get them in like S30 or S35. But this is a great little secondary carry. Ben Banters, he knows what he's doing. I need to tighten up that pivot a little bit, but that's too much now. These are a great little secondary carry. I'm a huge fan. I'm even thinking about getting one in a different steel. You get a nice little drop point blade, black washed with D2 steel, of course, dual thumb studs, great access to the liner, has been jimped, G10 handles, filler tab for lefty carry, ultra deep carry steel rollover clip. I like what NASCO is doing. He's really appealing to the EDC knife community, coming out with all kinds of different things and gear. I can't wait to see what Ben does next. He has the Banter line of knives, the baby and regular and large. Now he has this guy. Can't wait to see what he does next. I won't mind seeing a bigger version of this. Just a nice, simple design, ultra comfortable. Won't mind seeing it. NASCO Lander, definitely worth the look and pick up. Definitely on this list. Now, this is version 1. They do have a version 2 with new steel in 14C, but that doesn't mean this isn't a great knife and one of my favorites in D2. This is the CMB made knives Predator. Awesome drop point blade, nice swedge all the way to the tip. Dual thumb studs, amazing sharpening choil, tons of sharpening life there. I've handled some premium CMBs, and they do a good job. They're kind of like Miguron in a sense where they can put out a hell of a budget knife, and then they do some good premium stuff as well. You have a G10 backspacer there, amazingly finished G10 handles, kind of reminiscent of like an artisan cutlery type finish on the handles, or trying to think, yeah, Artisan does this finish, and there might be one other company. But their crossbar lock is on point, nice and strong, no movement. Blade is nice and centered. Recessed pocket clip. You do have non-recessed screws, but plenty of room under there. I'm guessing they probably recessed the screws for the version 2. I don't see why they wouldn't have. But either way, that doesn't bother you. Shove it in your freaking pocket and be quiet. Definitely a winner, though. The CMB Predator. Ultra comfortable. Nice thick handle. Get yourself a nice grip. Absolutely love the CMB Predator. Won't mind checking out the version 2 as well. So, Kurt, you asked and you shall receive. Here is number 10. Definitely on the list. One of my favorite knives ever. I beat the hell out of this knife. This is the full-size Artisan Cutlery Proponent in D2. I almost bought the premium version, and then I came to my senses. But this thing is an absolute beast. I took this to work with me at my old job for weeks and weeks and put it through its paces, and it just performed ultra good. You have a nice, tall, Warncliffe D2 blade, jimping all the way up the spine, nice and heavy jimping. You have dual thumb studs and a flipper tab that work very well all the way around. This thing is overbuilt to a T. Great access to the liner. Chamfer on the liner. Nice comfy scales in all kinds of different grips. You could carry this any which way, and it's going to be nice and comfortable. It is heavy. I bet it weighs 8 or 9 ounces easily, if not maybe a little more. Even with the open construction, you have a lower mounted deep carry clip there, and I really like this thing. I've had it for a long time, and you can even put a pin in here to make it like a folding fixed blade. Just a great knife, and these you can typically get when they're in stock, right around the $50 mark. This is an absolute banger for the money. I mean, that's a whole lot of knife for $50-ish. Red anodized pivot collar there. Just if you're looking for an overbuilt folding knife, you know, almost next to a fixed blade, but you still want that folding capability, definitely look at the Proponent. It has a 3 1/4 cutting edge, 3 3/4 of total, and then it's coming down at 8 3/4 strong. So definitely a big boy. I would take this thing into freaking battle with me for sure. It is a little heavy, but when you're getting a knife like this, you kind of accept the weight. It's been a while since I carried this, and maybe I'm going to throw this in the pocket now. Definitely one of my all-time favorite knives in D2. There's the top 10, guys. That list could change anytime, any moment, but as of right now, those are my top 10 favorite all-time knives in D2 steel. Hope you enjoyed that one, guys. Kurt, shout out again, brother. Thank you. If you're still here, thank you. I love you. If you're still here and you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button down below the damn video. I said, damn it. Give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Do all them things. Love you all. And I will catch you on the next one.